Tell me one society that's actually existed through time that's a matriarchy then.
Oh, I'm not saying there is one. I'm saying, like, it's all been patriarchy, but it's not right, and it hasn't ever led to, like, something so beautiful. Like, the world's not a gorgeous place, and men have run it forever. Women haven't had the chance to, like, really step into those roles, because over the years, the misogyny that's existed has stayed, and it's stayed present because you guys have always run things. So how do you know you're doing it better? We haven't had a chance because we're women. We're supposed to be submissive. We're supposed to do this and that. Like,
I would argue that women have the easiest existence they've ever had, and I would argue that women live an easier life than men do, and they have more opportunities than men do. As a matter of fact, if you really think that it's a patriarchy and it's so bad, name one right or privilege that men have that women don't.
I'm not saying it's so bad.
Answer the question.
I am.
If a patriarchy is so bad, name one right or privilege that men have that women don't also enjoy. But I can name a bunch of privileges and rights that women have that men don't have. So explain to me how the patriarchy is bad.
I would say the first thing is, like, men baseline are always just respected more. You meet a man, you have a conversation, people always respect more.
Really?
Men more naturally. Yes, because forever you guys have said we are the most competent and women aren't. That's why as a woman, the amount of times I've been told, like, when I first met you, I thought you were super dumb, but after talking to you, you're really smart. Men don't get told that because you meet a man and men automatically get respect. It's very true. It is.
I disagree. I think
in my opinion.
I think, see, here's the thing. Women get more opportunities, and there's a reason why there's a whole thing called chivalry where we give women preferential treatment, but men don't necessarily get that. If a woman is homeless or if a woman is in a bad situation, she's more likely to get handout money, homeless shelters cater to women. There's a bunch of things in place for women. So I don't know what you mean by that. But you're more
likely to get opportunity. You're more likely to get taken seriously. You're more likely to get a job than women. It's statistically proven. That's actually,
hold on. Actually, absolutely not. Women are far more likely to get a job if competing with a man. If a woman's name is on a resume, she's more likely to get that job, especially if it's in a male-dominated field.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's only that way because the past forever, it's been men, so they have to do that so that people can't be like, oh, you only hire men. They hire women because it looks good for them.
Do you know
okay, so once again, explain to me how the patriarchy oppresses women then, that you're claiming. Because to me, it sounds like y'all get a bunch of opportunities that we don't.
It oppresses us in the way it's happening right now. There's a few men in here talking to us like we're stupid, purposely misunderstanding things we're saying, but we just have to put up with it because we're women and you're men, so you get humbled so much less than us. We are forced to sit here and listen to you, and it is your podcast, and I get that, but it's also like you talk over us. If we talk to you the way you talk to us, that would never slide, ever. But men can do it because you're men, and we have to sit and listen, and it's been that way forever, but that doesn't make it right. Just because it's always been like that doesn't make it the way things are supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way they have been. Well, you can't just submit to the way things are forever. Nothing's ever going to change or improve.
Well,
and who's to say what's supposed to be?
There's a bunch of times where I was speaking and you cut in to make
multiple times
where you cut in to make points that didn't make sense. And the thing is that we're challenging what you're saying because a lot of things that you're saying are just not true.
No, and that's how I feel about what you're saying. Also, when I cut in, I have a headphone on, like the mic. Sometimes I don't hear when you're talking, and I am sorry, I don't mean to. But it's like, I'm not purposely doing it. I hope you know that. And I've said many... You stop talking and that you do it too. You also talk over me, and you also you purposely, I feel like, try to not understand what I'm saying. Like, even if I mess a sentence up or something, you immediately are like, okay, why'd you word it like that? And you say that to get in my head, when in reality, if you listen to my sentence, you would have known exactly what I meant, because common sense and critical thinking. No, it's critical thinking. It's hearing a sentence and, it's like when you get a text from your friend and it's a paragraph and one word's mistyped. You're not gonna send back and be like, what'd you say? Like, you're gonna read it, you're gonna figure it out, critically think. It's not hard.
Because you've made a bunch of arguments based on how you feel and not necessarily what's real. That's the issue.
I worded it wrong, but you also are making arguments on how you feel. You feel like women need someone who's superior. Where is it in the books? Where's the numbers? Can I see them? Can I see all the women you've spoken to? Like, you are saying how you feel, but you're not wording it as I feel. You're saying women are this. You're stating it as facts, but they're not facts.
So
they're how you feel, but you're stating it like it's a fact. And you interrupt me too, and so it's like you can't just shame me and make me feel like bad about it because you do it. And we're also debating, and people interrupt each other as well. But I don't think I'm incorrect. And you're right, it is my opinion. But so is most of everything you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is facts. Women, by and large, want a man that's better than them in every metric: height, income, strength, competence. The women on average want a guy that makes 56% more money than they do. Like,
women on average. So where'd you get that number from? You said women on average 50%. Where'd you get it from?
Women, college-educated women especially, want a man that makes about 56% more money than they do. There's been studies on this. Okay? Women don't want a man that's equal to them. It's called hypergamy. It's biology. Women want a man that's better than them. Women, since the beginning of time, have either married across or above hierarchy lineages. That's just how it's always been. So this isn't my opinion or how I feel. This is what's real. You, on the other hand, have made a bunch of arguments based on how you feel. Well, I don't think women are this way. They are.
Your arguments are the same, though. You also are making opinionated arguments, but you're saying it with passion. You're saying there's these articles, so pull it up. Show me the numbers.
We have a list of articles here.
Yeah,
you can see after the show.
You're free to go ahead and look at the studies after.
You're gonna realize you said a bunch of stuff that was not true at all. He's just correcting you in real time.
What are some things I said that weren't true? Can you name me some?
You said that women don't want a man that's superior to them.
My words were, I'm a woman and I don't. You can say some women, but you can't say women because I'm a woman.
I said women in general.
No. Are you all women?
Oh, not at all. No, I'm only one woman.
Exactly.
I hate to be against women, but we could do a poll just here and to do the percentage. How many women here?
And I did that earlier. And most of the girls said that they prefer a man that's better.
9 women out of literally everyone. Like, there's 9 women.
We've interviewed 3,000 women plus, pretty much, or
over 2,500.
I would say if you
Out
want
of
their facts, just watch
millions?
the podcast in the past, and then you could just see what they're talking about.
I've seen them, but it's like the amount of people you've had on, even all together, like combined, is such a minuscule amount of people compared to the amount of women in the world.
Where's your stats?
To what argument? To what numbers? What numbers did I give you that you want stats to?
That women don't want a bigger, stronger, better man.
My only argument is it's not all women. Everyone is different. You are generalizing.
How do you know?
Did I ever say
because
all?
I'm a woman who knows so many women, and most of the women I met think the way that I do.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
You haven't lived long enough to meet half of the women that even have had successful relationships. Most of the women you know.
I'm not saying that. That's not the argument at all.
But it has to be because you can only give opinions off of experience. You haven't had enough experience in your life. I'm going on 35. I haven't had enough experience in life to sit here and say, this is the majority of how women think. I can only tell you from what you have experienced, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say is you can't sit here and say all women. My argument was
his experience.
Most.
I never said all.
Okay, you keep saying
I think you're
women.
This is why we correct you, because you
I
would say
said a
stuff like
majority
that.
in general. I never said all.
Well, there are a few times you've said word for word, women this, women that. Some women, most women.
Speaking and drown.
I always say in general.
Okay, Chris.
Or a majority. I never say all. I never speak in absolutes. I speak in majority.
Yeah,
I showed it. I proved it to you here at the table. I've said it before. I've named a couple of stats, and your only argument is my experience, my opinion, what I think. Well, I hate to say it. You're 22 years old and you don't know anything.
But the poll you just ran with 9 women isn't like an argument.
And I told you I have a body of evidence of where I've spoken to almost 2,500 plus women. I have studies on my side. Like, it's irrefutable that women look for a man that's better than them in every regard. Like, that's not an opinion. That's an absolute fact.
And you're arguing it, but you want a wealthy man. You want a man to provide.
I didn't say that. I haven't said that.
You don't want a broke man. You don't want to sleep in the car with him. Yeah. You want to make sure he has a house of his own, a roof over his head, a car to drive.
I just want a guy that supports me and treats me good.
Sounds good.
Supports me like emotionally.
That support runs dry. Hold on, I don't want to talk over.
Sorry, my bad.
The support runs dry when there is no financial support. It runs real thin afterwards. Even just commenting on him saying why men run things, right? Women are emotional. I said this statement the other day. My uncle taught me this. He said, either you want to be a woman or you want to be a boss. Yeah. You cannot be both. And it may sound crazy, but because women get emotional when they just make decisions, we also have this thing called chemical imbalance when we go through periods and things like this. Just a lot of things happening. Hormones. So when we make decisions, we are emotional. When men make decisions, they're more strategic. I'm not saying all, but majority. So when you are working in the workplace and the reason why you're firing Tom is because he pissed you off today and you were on your period. The reason why Tom is firing Brian is because he didn't do his fucking job.
You were trying to say something?
I was going to say, I think for you to like better wrap your hand around it, most women prefer men who can provide for them, not just want, but prefer. And any woman, or not any, or the women who are settling for men who don't provide for them, then they're settling, you know? They look in the window and they're like, I wish I had a man who had more money than me. So they prefer it, yes.
And then 3 years into the relationship, you get tired, then you break up with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like if I was with a guy because he provided for me financially and like that was the main reason, then I can see myself getting tired years later because I'm an independent woman. I make my money. I was raised by a business owner. I've learned do it yourself, do your stuff. If I'm with a guy who stimulates my brain, makes me feel good about myself, want to be, that's what I meant by support. You know, I come home having a bad day.
I think that's
and
the
you
point.
can, you know, like, and it's okay to prefer that, but it doesn't mean women only want guys with tons of money.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They prefer it.
Well,
but you don't want anybody who's lower than you.
Well, when you get older, I guarantee you that's going to change because you're young right now. So,
your priorities.
And you do OnlyFans, right?
Yes.
So you make a good set of money.
Bro, high IG's
So
bad,
that
bro.
alone will tell you, okay, I make money, I'm good. I don't need that support until things run dry or things don't look as good as they look right now. Then the guy is like, oh, I'm broke too, baby. What are we going to do? Talk in the car about high IQ conversations?
We're going to figure our shit out and make some money, bro.
No, but we're just saying, as a foundation for yourself and your family, if the guy is not where he needs to be, it's not going to work out.
I'm still trying to figure out how the patriarchy oppresses you.
Patriarchy? I didn't even say that.
So you're saying the patriarchy isn't right, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think the patriarchy works. There's no matriarchy has worked or stood the test of time for a reason. It just doesn't work when women are in leadership or in authority.
Okay.
Who runs OnlyFans?
And again, you can't even name one privilege or right that men have that women don't.
Well, you didn't ask me right to begin with. You were like, what's one area, like, I did answer your question.
I said the patriarchy is created a society that allows women to thrive and women live life on easy mode. And I said, give me one right or privilege that men have that women don't if the patriarchy is so bad or not right as you claimed earlier. And you couldn't give one.
I gave one immediately. I said the fact that men are naturally like approached with so much more respect.
And I refuted that because chivalry exists and women actually get way more respect than men do. And women get more opportunities given to them just because they're a woman. They don't earn respect like men have to. Men must earn respect. Women are just given respect for existing.
Even your industry. I can't be a man hopping on OnlyFans and make a bunch of money. You can.
So please explain to me how men are more respected. And then you said, oh, men have more opportunities. No, that's not true either because women are far more likely, and they've done studies on this, to get a job over a man if it's a female name on the resume.
One thing I will say is I can agree that you could be correct there. Names on a resume, right? So 2 people apply, a woman and a man.
Yeah.
You know, they might be more likely to hire the women. But you also have to think about what comes before that, right? So like a guy and a girl, they both meet like this super big like business owner at a bar at completely different times. When the guy meets the guy automatically, you know, like wants to listen. It's another man. So let's talk. You're intelligent. Let's have an intelligent conversation. When a man meets a woman, she doesn't automatically get that. Like as a woman, I have to earn my respect with you, right?
Oh, so you have to earn respect like a man.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to earn my respect.
Men have to earn their respect too.
Yeah.
Welcome to the equality that you fought for.
Men have to earn respect in what?
Yes.
You just said that like we're supposed to just respect all men. Like
no, we're supposed to respect women. We respect women off rip. Men must earn their respect. Women don't get it just because they're a lady.
I don't think so. I feel like most men I've met did not respect me the second they met me because I'm a woman.
First,
yeah.
But once you talk,
and then also your profession, and then also the way that you speak, and also no offense, but you're not necessarily the most. You're not really good at articulating your points. So yes, people are going to judge you based on how you speak, how you convey yourself, your profession. All these things come into play, and they're going to look at the total package and the way you dress. All these things come into play. And then also on top of that, there's a stereotype that most attractive girls are stupid, which is true to a degree. Are all women stupid that are attractive? No, but it's a stereotype. It just happens.
You have to prove them wrong.
And it's a
But why do I have to prove
because
them
that's
to
how
be
it works.
judgmental and just like shallow as hell?
Let me
Like
tell you something.
it's so bare minimum to beg a man to be a good human being.
No, but in the business world, not the OnlyFans world.
And I never will beg a man to respect.
But you're in the OnlyFans world. You're not in a realistic work world where you're actually dealing with real people in real time. You're dealing with fucking nerds, horny niggas, and all type of weirdos. I'm not saying those don't exist in the corporate and the workplace, but you're in a factitious space of a job. You're not walking into a corporate building with a full 3-point suit on and saying respect
corporate
me.
men are horny.
I didn't say they weren't. I just I'm not saying they're not, but you're not walking in actually giving a shot at someone respecting you. You're walking in half naked. I have OnlyFans. You can click this button and see my pussy and rewind it and whatever you want. Why would I respect you? I'm not gonna respect you until I actually feel like you have something to bring to the table. Why would I respect you as a woman? I'm not respecting a woman.
Because what is me having an OnlyFans and showing my
body? It says a lot. I'm gonna tell you what it says. I'm gonna tell you from a grown woman. I'm gonna tell you as a grown grown
begin
woman
with.
what it
if
means.
there's no supply, if there's no demand, there's no supply. Men want this. They beg for it. You guys are the reason this type of work exists.
Baby, I come from the strip club. I come from the strip club. I come from the whole life. I come from the selling the pussy.
So
I did all those things.
Where does it come from where you think that I don't deserve respect?
I didn't say if you want, but when I want people I'm going to tell you. Okay. I was a stripper. Yeah. I was all those things that you're doing right now, and I respect it. I don't knock your hustle, how you get your money, but you cannot expect people to treat you a certain way when you have a certain lifestyle. You have to accept what comes with it. It's just like the crackhead on the street smoking crack. I don't give a fuck if you driving a Ferrari and got a 8-figure job coming in. You still coming to my block asking me for some crack. You a crackhead.
But my example was I walk up to you in a restaurant and a man just met you in the same like that. My argument wasn't he's on my OnlyFans and he sees that. My argument was I meet you in the real world, in real life, and naturally men, when a man approaches a man, they more than likely have a really good intellectual conversation, whatever. When a woman comes up to a man,
not always.
No,
I don't think so. Yeah,
the man's not even allowed in the room unless he reaches a certain level.
Let me rephrase. Okay, I feel like men are more open to having conversations that they take seriously with other men. When it's a woman, it's the conversation is usually because the guy wants to fuck, not because he respects me, not because he wants to talk to me.
You have to change that dynamic. I'm in plenty of rooms with a lot of powerful, rich, fine, attractive men, and they all want to fuck me. But you know what the difference is? Everybody wants to fuck Rihanna.
You're in the room.
Yeah.
At least you're in the room.
Here's the key. Here's something I want you to take with you. Your body, your looks, your pussy is going to get you in the room, but it's not going to keep you there.
Ooh,
real quick, you got a point?
And the man's not going to even get invited to the room unless he reaches a certain level. Like, women don't get it. Like, the privilege that you guys have is insane. You're able to rub elbows with millionaires, billionaires. You're able to get on a yacht just for existing. As a man, you have to earn that ability to do so. So, yeah, you're saying, I'm not respected, but at least you get the opportunity to get the respect.
Yeah.
I don't even get the opportunity to get the respect unless I built the respect beforehand and I'm invited.
Yep.
That's the difference between men and women. That's why I say women live life on easy mode. And unfortunately, that's why a lot of guys don't respect women, because the reality is y'all don't have to work as hard as we do to make money and to become successful.
Yep.
And here's the other thing too. Men must perform. Women don't have to. You have the privilege of, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, which is great. But I can't say I want to be a stay-at-home dad. Doesn't fucking work. No chick is going to take me seriously when I say, oh, by the way, I want you to work and I'm going to just stay at home and take care of the kids. No woman's going to give me an opportunity. But as a woman, you can go into a relationship and say, you know, I want to be a stay-at-home. Most guys are going to be okay with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
So we're not the same at all.
Nope.
And this is what I mean when I say women live life on easy mode and they get angry, but at least you get the opportunity to meet them. They might not respect you, but at least you get the opportunity to build that respect. It's on you if you fuck it up and they don't respect you because you didn't convey yourself properly. Maybe they found out about your background. And unfortunately, ladies, when you're a sex worker, men aren't going to respect you, period. That's just how it is. Okay? Fast money comes with slow problems. Okay? And in the corporate world, right, if you guys did get a corporate job, they would actually respect you more because they don't want to get hit with sexual harassment.
Yep. That is true, actually.
They're going to treat you very well. They ain't going to say shit because they know they get fired by HR. So if you did work a corporate job, I don't know if you guys ever have, I doubt it. Trust me, you guys would get preferential treatment. You would get hired, and they would treat you very well because HR is dominated by women. If there's one sexual harassment claim, they're getting fucking fired.
Gone.
So they're going to absolutely respect you and hear what you got to say.
And you can learn how to have men respect you. Like, I think that's a big thing. Like, I do OnlyFans too. Like, I've been through that whole thing, but like, I think.
Wait, you do OnlyFans as well?
I'm not arguing that.
Why didn't you say that?
No,
She did.
But she did say 4 things and then said that last.
Yeah.
But okay, how do you?
Your notes?
I want to say dodge.
She didn't say OnlyFans, bro.
She did.
She must have said that to y'all.
I'm so
before.
sorry.
No, she did.
No,
It
she
was
said
very
on the
low.
show. I didn't know before the show.
How do you
She did.
curve the disrespect from men?
I mean, for myself, I think there are characteristics like I care a lot about being intelligent. I care a lot about speaking well. I care a lot about being articulate and listening. And those are things that deem respect regardless of your gender. And so I think I've learned that from not feeling valued by men and deciding, no, like I want to be seen as who I am authentically and genuinely and just gaining respect from being who I am. And I agree. There's kind of this dynamic of like, do you want to be a boss or do you want to be a woman? And I don't love that. And I remember like one time talking to my mom and she was saying, Tess, like, you're so opinionated, you're so driven, you're so passionate, it's going to be hard for you to find a rich man. Because they want someone who's just going to sit there and shut the fuck up. But like, there are spaces where I can still exist and still be respected and loved for exactly what I bring to the table. But I think
Don't
that doesn't mean that
Yeah.
people aren't gonna still want to fuck me.
Yes.
Regardless.
The women want to fuck
You can
too.
still be a boss.
They all
Yeah.
want to fuck.
You just need to know your
Everybody's
place.
trying to fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we got some chats here.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
chats
I'll
on
read the
it's
chats.
12:30.